Welcome to 12 Leg Journey.
We're a couple of dinks in our late 30s with 2 Yorkies and a severe case of the travel bug.
We spent 2025 visiting 48 states over 48 weeks.
Come along with us as we continue to explore this beautiful country and beyond.
We're getting ready to move on.
To our next adventure, guys. Guess where we're going?
We're going back to Montana for a contract. We got this trailer all packed up and we're gonna bring in the slide and get it recovered, and so it's ready to go. Well, we're gone.
And you know what? The nice thing at this time is that we're not actually moving it, so we don't have to carefully pack everything like we normally do.
Right?
We can just move it out of the way and leave it pretty set up still, so I'm excited.
We actually cleaned up our dirty dishes this time.
I know, look at this. This counter is way cleaner than we left it the first time. And y'all, look, we remembered to take everything
out of the fridge.
and the freezer, so it's just ice packs.
Got our stuff all bundled up and boxes everywhere. Shall we get the slide in and get the stairs up and get...
Let's do it, y'all. Let's get ready to go on another adventure.
All right, let's get the slide in, shall we? It's a little complicated because it sticks sometimes at the top. Yep, like that. And so I come over here. And I made the mistake of grabbing onto that trim one time and it knocked the trim off. Don't do that. The trim's not on very well. Now we got it leveled out. I just stood on the bottom of it and then come in some more. And it's sticking again. There we go. Oh, it's sticking a lot this time. Adds to the adventure. All right, then we got to come over here because our little ottoman doesn't quite fit with the slide all the way in. Move that up onto the slide base. It's like playing Tetris, getting this in every time. All right, and it's all the way in. And it makes it so we can't get to the bathroom when it's in. But ottoman's in place. Slides all the way in, which we do have the back door. So when the slide's in, we can go in that door over here and get in our bedroom still if we want to, when we're traveling.
All right, babe, time to put up the stairs.
So yeah, one of the few upgrades we did to this trailer was fancier stairs for my fat arse and a fancier toilet, which the toilet we only did because our pipes burst when we moved from, or when we had it sitting in Cutbank, Montana. So when we got to Webo for our first contracts to travel nursing, toilet wasn't working, so we had to replace the toilet and we went with a fancier one. Best upgrade you can do to an RV or travel trailer.
Porcelain toilets are the way to go, guys, just like you would in your regular house. Do it in your RV. It's been amazing.
All right, let's get her closed up so we can move on to our next adventure. Just need to tarp it and should be good to go. Well, we got it all tarped up and hopefully ready to go while we're gone this winter.
It's all buttoned up. We think we're coming back during the summer. We don't know for sure though. You know us, plans change.
Could be March, could be June or July.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Luckily, Oregon winters aren't that harsh, so just trying to keep the rain off of it for the most part. We get 1 or 2 days of a light icy snow generally. What the Willamette Valley considers a heavy windstorm is just a breezy day in Cutbank, Montana, where we lived for a year and a half.
We had a real wind in Montana, y'all.
Hopefully it will stay together while we're gone.
Hopefully. All right, y'all, we are leaving tomorrow. It's coming up so fast. So we are at my parents' house for the night and we're gonna pull out in the morning. I don't know what time, sometime. Anyways, so I'm gonna show you what we have left to put in the Jeep and the trailer, and it's not too bad. So we've got our medical bag here, and then my nursing bag for work. These totes have clothes in it, some shoes, some stuff for the trailer. And then we've got our toiletries with our towels, stuff for the kiddos all back there. They've got some wraps when we're at work, as well as a food bowl and a water bowl, and some sweaters. Oh, these here, they're my mini puzzles. I love these things, guys. They're so cool. Most of our camera equipment that we're bringing with us, I'm currently editing on the laptop, so that's in another room. We have our 0 degree sleeping bag, shrink wrapped, kind of, the vacuum seal one. And then we got our coats up there. All right, now we get to organize it all into the Jeep. Let's do it. All right, guys, this is a finished product. Look at that. Not too bad. It all fits in the Jeep really well once we put the seats down. So we have stuff under the coats, but the coats kind of protect it and hide it pretty well. So yeah. And then we put a couple more things in the trailer, but we're all set.
Well, everybody, something exciting happened before we get ready to go on our next adventure.
Yes, we talked about it when we were on our 48 states trip, and we did it. We got our passports.
Woohoo!
Yay! Now we get to go to Canada.
Which I've never been, so I'm excited to finally get to go see it. And I've never actually been out of the country at all, so it'll be a first for me.
We're gonna pop up to Canada here and there as we look around Montana and that whole area.
Yeah, we're only gonna be a couple hours from the Canadian border where we are, so that'll be pretty fun.
Yay!
Well, everybody, we're on our way, heading out of Oregon again to head to contracts in Montana.
Whoop whoop!
Come along for the drive with us. It's gonna be a fun one.
Oh yes, driving in winter, y'all.
Yay!
Guys, it is New Year's Day, January 1st, about 6 o'clock. We made it to Washington. We thought we'd make it further, but it's super, super icy. And we were slipping on the road, so we decided to pull over. Might take us a couple days to get to Montana after all. But I'll show you guys some of the ice on our trailer. So see here, little ice cover. All over. This is just iced over. And then a huge amount of ice over here. And then here's what the tree looks like. It's got some nice ice forming on it. So we're gonna stay here tonight and then start on back down the road in the morning. It's supposed to get up to like 42 degrees. So hopefully we can make it to Montana at least tomorrow. So this is our night for tonight. Oh, and I'll show you the kids. We put their sweaters on because it's like 28, 26 degrees out here. It's cold. Okay, well there's one boy. Here we go. The boys and their sweaters. Mwah. You guys ready to go on the trailer? You ready to go on the trailer? Well, it is now Friday morning.
January 2nd.
Friday morning, January 2nd. We didn't make it that far yesterday.
No, we only made it about 320 miles yesterday.
Well, we didn't start like in the morning. We left at around 11 or something. We should have had an earlier start. But we didn't know or expect the roads to be this icy. So
Yeah, it was just straight sleet coming down and everything frozen, and they weren't quite plowing yet when we left yesterday, so
nope.
Everything was a mess.
And I guess there were accidents that were, when we stopped to the rest area, an hour or two later, there were a bunch of accidents that happened on the roads we were on.
Yeah.
So it worked out well that we made it an early night. Well, we got about 12 hours left of driving. Don't know if we'll make the whole 12 hours today.
Wow. 12 hours of driving at 10 miles an hour faster than I'm driving, so realistically we have 14 to 15 hours of driving.
Yes, which normally wouldn't be a problem except for the icy roads. So we don't know if we're gonna make it the whole way, but we can at least do several more hours today.
As it got a little chilly last night and we've gotten used to being comfortable again, staying in our big travel trailer and
that has heat. We just, once we get to where we're going, we can plug in and have heat, but the rest here is we don't have heat. This is part of our on the road, taking longer than we thought, but you know, it's winter, so if anything else exciting happens, we'll let you guys know. All right, y'all, just got a Petco because our water bowl totally fell apart on this trip. So I had to go get new ones. So I got this green one. So all they had was one green and tons of pink. So the boys get pink while they're in the trailer and that's while they're in the Jeep. Anyway, it's just a fun little tidbit we had to stop and take care of on the way.
Well, everybody, we have officially made it to Montana.
Yay! We wanted to get the sign, but it was on a bridge, so we couldn't stop in the middle of the road and get it.
Officially made it to real snow, too.
Ta-da! See? We're gonna walk out in it a little bit to show you guys. I was going over here with the kids earlier and I kept sinking in. The boys couldn't walk. But it's gorgeous. Oh, snow keeps falling off the branches.
That one tree is bending pretty good, too.
This is Montana winter, nice and snowy. And it's so pretty with all the snow on the trees. But it's also like pretty foggy out today. So it's kind of an eerie winter feel to it.
And I got my nice winter shoes on and shorts.
But yes, we officially made it to Montana. Of course, we still have to drive in it because it's just the very beginning of Montana. But still, Montana, woohoo! Finally made it on our second day of travels.
First time the Jeep and the trailer have seen any real snow together. The white Jeep looks pretty good in the white snow. Well, everybody, we finally made it to our spot in Montana.
Yep, we started our trip on Thursday and got here Saturday.
But now we're here and settled in. And
yep, we're in our spot and we start our first week of contracts tomorrow. So we made it just in time.
yay.
Woohoo.
I gotta go figure out being on night shift again. It's been a year and a half for me, so.
He's nervous, guys.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out, you always do.
I do, but it'll be quite fun. It's that I've turned into a morning person over this trip. I'm usually up by 4:30 or 5 in the morning and going for the day. So getting back to used to doing night shift will be quite the interesting experience. As like she's able to sleep wherever, whenever, so.
Well, I mean, to an extent, it's hard for me to flip back and forth between day shift and night shift. I prefer something all the same.
Yeah.
But we used to do, our contracts have always been night shift. But we did our year-long trip where it was day shift for us.
I am excited that this contract, we're only scheduled for 36 hours a week rather than 48. Every contract we've ever done always has guaranteed overtime in it, so.
Yes, this will be nice. So we'll have 4 days off every week to go and explore.
Yeah.
Hi, Charity. Well, stay tuned for our adventures next week. Life is a one-time journey. It is better to stumble and trip through your own unbeaten path than to wake up one day old and gray, having never ventured from the sidewalk. Kyle Sickles.